A new year means new releases to look forward to. Hello everybody, my name is Jesse and welcome to my channel. We are finally in 2025 and there's a lot of great new movies coming out this year. So today I'm going to give you my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2025. Kicking things off at number 10, I have The Running Man. This is an adaptation of a 1980s Stephen King book written under the pseudonym Michael Bachman. And it stars Glenn Powell as this man that volunteers in this kind of reality show. And he's basically going to be hunted by killers for 30 days that are actively trying to kill him. And if he survives the 30 days, he'll get a cash prize that he's going to use to heal his sick daughter. Glenn Powell, Josh Brolin, Michael Cera are just some of the actors that we know. It's directed by Edgar Wright. I've loved everything that I've seen from him so far. And I think the premise sounds interesting. So I haven't read the book yet. I want to before this movie comes out. But the premise and the cast alone sells me on it. At number 9 is Saw 11. I've just recently started getting into the Saw movies. And I think they're all super entertaining. I love seeing Jigsaw and how he brings his wild, wacky schemes to life. He has motives in every single movie. It's interesting what traps are going to be used and just the different clever ways he comes up with to kill people in every movie is just super entertaining to me. Even when they start going downhill, like I'm at about 6 right now, even though they've started going downhill a little bit, I still find them entertaining. I still look forward to watching them. So I'm curious, and apparently this one takes place right after Saw 10, which I never saw, so I'm excited to get to that before seeing this one. But so far I like the Saw franchise, so I'm down for a new one coming out. Number 8 on my list is going to be F1. This is a movie starring Brad Pitt, directed by Joseph Kosinski, who also did Top Gun Maverick a couple years back. And it's basically a retired F1 Formula 1 driver coming out of retirement to train a new driver. And I like these type of stories where you have a veteran that's retired coming out of retirement to train a new person or a new group, kind of similar to what they did in Top Gun Maverick. The cinematography looks like it's going to be pretty much the same, and everything that I've heard on this movie has sold me on it. They're making like brand new technology, super tiny cameras to use and get different angles. The trailer sold me, and I'm super excited for it. I think it looks awesome. Number 7 on my list is Mickey 17. This is the newest movie from Bong Joon-ho, starring Robert Pattinson, and it's basically this Robert Pattinson plays this character that it's like a kind of dystopian world, and he's a guy that volunteers to go out and be what they call an expendable, meaning he works, and every time he dies, he sort of comes back to life in a way. I'll have to rewatch the trailer. Look up the movie on your own to get a better explanation than I just gave. But I love Bong Joon-ho. I've loved what I've seen from him so far. I want to see a lot of his other films before seeing this one, but the trailer sold me. It's got a great cast, and I love the premise. Number 6 on my list is The Thunderbolts. This is a new MCU movie coming out next summer that basically has a team of anti-heroes that we've met before. It's got Yelena and the Red Guardian from Black Widow, Bucky, Ghost, a few others that I can't remember right off the top of my head, but the action looks dope. I think there's going to be some great moments between all of the different characters kind of reluctantly working together, and they're basically becoming this sort of the MCU's version of the Suicide Squad, I guess you could call them. I'm down for it. I love all the characters, and I think it looks great. Number 5 on my list is Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery. I have loved the past 2 Knives Out movies. Rian Johnson is coming back to write and direct this one, and we don't know much other than the cast and that Rian Johnson is returning. But I am extremely excited for this movie because I loved those other 2 movies so much. I love the way Rian Johnson has constructed these movies His writing is absolutely brilliant. The way he's able to, just his writing is also deliberate. He's able to plant little clues that come back later in the movie. And just like with the other two, it's got an amazing cast, too many to name right now, but Daniel Craig is coming back as Benoit Blanc, the detective. I love him in that role, so I'm beyond excited for this movie, and I'm definitely going to be there when it hits Netflix. Number 4 for me is Ballerina. This is a new addition to the John Wick franchise. This was supposed to come out last year in 2024, but it got delayed. The trailer fully sold me on this movie. I love the John Wick franchise. I can't wait to rewatch those. I love Ana de Armas. The action in this movie looks badass. It looks like they're just continuing that. The stunts and the fight choreography looks insane, and I can't wait to see it on the big screen. The only John Wick movie that I was able to see was Chapter 4 in theaters, and I'm excited that they're making another one because these are the types of movies that I love seeing in theaters. These kinds of action movies are just some of my favorites. So I'm beyond excited. I love the John Wick franchise. Can't wait to see what they do with it. Number 3 for me is Avatar: Fire and Ash. I love what James Cameron has done with this world of Pandora, introducing us to these characters, these different tribes of the Na'vi. This one, Fire and Ash, is going to focus on yet another different group of Na'vis set in, I believe, more of like a volcano-esque environment. And supposedly these are going to be much more violent, a lot more of a hostile group. And it seems like they're almost going to show the Na'vi as more of the villains in this one rather than the humans. I think what James Cameron has done with these movies is absolutely brilliant. The visual effects have always been amazing, and I'm curious to see what direction they go with this movie. I'm definitely going to be jumping out of my seat the first teaser trailer we get, and I just cannot wait to see more of this world, and it's definitely going to be one that I got to see in theaters opening night. Number 2 on my list, my runner-up, is Mission Impossible: Final Reckoning. Mission Impossible is my favorite action franchise of all time. I think other than the weak links of the early movies like 1 and 2, I think for the most part these movies have just gotten better and better as they go along. 6 and 7 are by far my favorite of the franchise, and I can't wait to see if number 8 can top it and become the best of the franchise. The trailer, once again, has just fully sold me. I cannot wait. I loved number 7, the fact that this is going to be a conclusion to that story, and this is going to be most likely the last of the franchise. So they're going to be going all out. The stunts that Tom Cruise is going to be doing in this movie look insane. Can't wait to see it, and I'm really excited to see how they wrap everything up in this final movie. But coming in number 1 for me, my most anticipated movie of 2025 is Superman. James Gunn has become one of my favorite directors. He has not had a single miss when it comes to comic book movies and shows. I have full trust in him to lead this new era of DC with the DCU. This is going to be the first movie in that universe, and I can't wait to see this story. Everything that we've heard so far has me excited. We're skipping the origin story and really just kind of diving straight into it, which I love. We're not going to have to spend 30 minutes of this movie hearing a story that we've already seen several times. The trailer, if you saw my video, I loved that first trailer. I think everything looks great, from the music to the cinematography. The action looks like it's going to be amazing, and I just can't wait to see what they do with this first introduction into this character of the DCU. So there you have it. Those are my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2025. What are yours? Let me know down in the comments below. I'd love to talk more about this. And until my next video, like this video, subscribe to my channel. It would really mean a lot. And keep watching movies.